Traveling in various regions, my dream is to become a Pokémon master. One day, a system called Time and Space Inventory arrived in this world, and from then on, the gears of fate began to rotate. Roy. Senior Xiaozhi surprisingly subdued the flash split seat, tie pants. Xiao Mao. You guy, why are you so lucky every time? Dr. Oki. Well. Why are all the brave warriors from different regions just small-minded divine beast? Truly worthy of being my close friend, boyfriend, trainer, major villains. So, it's better to keep a low profile. Harem. Xiaozhi, choose one. Ruby. Let's compare who's stronger than the Sagittarius, Xiaozhi. Ah. I don't know, am I that strong myself? Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Time and Space Inventory. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Tianqin Mountain. A young man wearing white clothes, a blue shirt and a red and white hat, has a petite and cute electric mouse on his left shoulder. In front of the young man stood a large red bird. Xiaozhi. Feng Wang, let's fight against each other. Pikachu. Pikapi, ignited, Feng Wang. Come on. The new generation of Rainbow Warriors, at the same time, the champions of various regions are holding their next major competition. And at this moment a young man from Baiyin Mountain in Chengdu is training with Pikachu and his Spitfire Dragon. A young man in Fengyuan area rode his green cracked seat towards the distance. The major champions of the Shanao region have come here to prepare for the next local competition. Two young girls in the Hezhong area are looking forward to their future Pokémon. A girl in the Carlos area is waiting for the arrival of a young man. Shanao Alliance welcome everyone to Shanao again. Shanao League Champion Helona said, hahaha, Miss Sharona, you're welcome. Today, the regional champions from all over the world have come to Shanao again to prepare for the next local competition championship. I believe the next competition will definitely be very important. However, the next champion of the competition will definitely be me. Yulongdu in the Kanto region answered with a smile. It seems that Tataro's confidence has doubled. The collective champion Adek exclaimed loudly, come on, you better fight against the Dondi first. After all, your flying champion is not for nothing. Carlos champion Kaluna said helplessly. Yulongdu nonsense, I am the Dragon Messenger. How could I possibly be the champion of the flying department? Kaluna. Come on. Return the Dragon Messenger. Do your Tyrannosaurus Rex and Velociraptor all come with a flying system? Listen to my advice. Dragon Messenger, you can't control it. Haha, don't say that about Mr. Yulongdu, after all, his strength is quite good. World Champion Dondi smiled and said, hey, you guys. President Damalanki said helplessly, it's great to be young. Dr. Daiki, a renowned master in the field of elf studies, said alright, it's time to discuss how to hold the competition for the conference, right? Fengyuan champion Dao brought back the topic for discussion. Yulongdu, alas, it's a pity. Dondi. What's wrong? Mr. Yulongdu, I remember, a teenager from the top 16 of the Quartz League, his name is Xiaozhi, and he has great potential. However, unfortunately, his Spitfire Dragon personality is a bit stubborn and not very obedient to trainers. Otherwise, he would still have a chance to win the Quartz League Championship. Dr. Daiki. Indeed, but Xiaozhi lacks a hint of calmness. Only by calming down and thinking can we go further. After all, there is often a tacit understanding between elves and trainers. If the correct communication method is not found, his strength will stagnate. Kaluna. Indeed, I have also watched the competition of that young man named Xiaozhi on TV, and his potential is indeed great. Dondi. Is the evaluation so high? Adek. If you want to defeat the world champion with nothing to do, Dan D will take the lead. Even if his potential is high, he must work hard. Helona. Ahem, that's right. Dole. After all, they are newcomers, and there are also many potential trainers at this moment, a blue screen above the world appeared in front of everyone's paintings. Everyone. What happened? Baim Mountain Youth. Has anyone come to challenge Baim Mountain again? Feng Yuan, a young man who had once ridden the Sagittarius, stopped and asked what had happened to the Sagittarius. Shanao Kaluna. What happened? Dondi. Come out, Spitfire Dragon Sharona. What is the situation? Yulong-du, did the rockets create it again? Do. How do I feel like it's a bit like it was created by the Water Fleet and the Fire Rock team. Dr. Daiki. Don't act rashly, for fear of fraud. Damalanki. Dr. Daimu is right. Don't act rashly, first check the other party's intentions. Adek. It's a bit interesting. Tianqing Mountain Xiaozhi. Feng Wang, do you know what this is? Feng Wang. I don't know, electrocardiographic induction, Feng Wang. Be careful anyway, the visitor is not kind. Kanto rocket team. What is the alliance doing? In Kanto, known as the King of the Earth and also the leader of the rockets, Banmu stood up and said, I'm not sure, but did they discover our base? His henchman, Apollo's frightened answer, it's impossible. The Alliance's technology hasn't reached that level yet. Another cadre named Athena answered Apollo's question. 5 minutes later, a mechanical sound slowly emanated from the electronic screen. From now on, we will be conducting global live broadcasts, covering everything that has happened in the past, future, and parallel worlds. This video allows participants to answer correctly, and rewards will be given if answered correctly. After the video ends, the protagonist will receive rewards. My name is the Time and Space Inventory System Tianqing Mountain Xiaozhi. Feng Wang, Pikachu, he can live stream the future. It's so interesting. Pikachu. Pick up a pickup truck. Is it really fake? Feng Wang. What exactly is this? Baim Mountain, can videos transcend time and space? Interesting. Feng Yuan, first, stop and crack the empty seat. It doesn't seem like an enemy. Shanao. Dr. Daiki. Future, past, parallel world videos. What exactly is this? Dondi. Time and Space Inventory System. Sharona. Is there a reward? Yulong-du, isn't it caused by the rockets? Do. It shouldn't be. Kaluna. It doesn't seem like an enemy. Kanto area. Banmu. Interesting, is it a reward? Tianqing Mountain Xiaozhi. Pikachu, Feng Wang. Answering questions earns rewards. It's amazing. Feng Wang. Smiling at Xiaozhi, it's really quite magical. Pikachu. Pick up a pickup. Indeed, indeed. Chapter 2. 15-year-old champion. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The video will start in 5 minutes, and the chat group will open. The selected audience can speak in the chat group. Chat groups. Tianqing Mountain. Feng Wang. Isn't this a human chat group? Why am I also in it? Monsters from various regions. What is this? Xiaozhi. Is anyone there? Is there anyone? A trainer from Baim Mountain saw this statement, and Xiaoqi said. Xiaozhi. Shiba. Huh, isn't this Xiaozhi? Of course there are people. Dr. Daiki. Xiaozhi, you're still so reckless. I don't even know where this thing comes from. You can just chat directly. Xiao Mao. Grandpa, he was originally a rascal. Xiaozhi. Stinky fart Mao. What are you saying? It's been a long time since I last saw King Shiba, and why did I act rashly with Dr. Oki? Adek. Huh, it's great to be young. Xiaoxia. Dr. Daimu is right. You are already a rascal, leaving me in Xiaojiang at the Pokémon Center. You don't even know where you went. Xiao Gang. That's it. Xiaozhi. Huh, there's something wrong with this, so I apologize for not calling out to you. Xiaoxia. It's best if you're like this, and when will I be compensated for my bicycle? Xiaozhi. Don't worry, Xiaozhi. I won the championship at the Silver Conference in Chengdu and will give it to you immediately. Xiaozhi. And the champion. The Quartz Alliance is only in the top 16, Xiaozhi. I won't do it this time, are you right, Xiao Gang? Yes, so when will you come? The ship will depart in 3 hours, Xiaozhi. Ah. Immediately, Kaluna. So, is this what you call ash? Yulongdu, yes. Kalu shook her head helplessly, sighing when Yulong Ferry would mature. This recklessness still has potential. Wusong. Helona, are you there? Sharona. It seems that there are only the champion Heavenly King and a small number of Taoist museum owners in this chat group. Dondi. That should be right. Kanto area Sakaki couldn't help but sneer as he watched the content of the chat group Bangmu. Haha de Wu. So what's going on with Xiaozhi, the grandson of Dr. Demu, and their companions? Kaluna. I'm not sure about that, Dr. Daiki. Xiaozhi, where are you now? Xiaozhi. I am currently in Tianqingshan, Xiaojiang. Xiaozhi, why are you running so far? Can you make it back in 3 hours? Xiaozhi. Don't worry, Xiao Mao. But Xiaozhi, why are you running to Tianqingshan? Xiaozhi. Stinky Fart Mao has said something. Xiao Mao. Xiaozhi, you. Xiaoxia. Stop arguing. If you want to, don't argue in the chat group Yulongdu. However, I still can't figure out what to look at when this time and space inventory system brings people in. Kaluna. I'm not sure, Jayadilia. Zhulan, long time no see. Helona. Long time no see, Leah. I'll treat you to food when you come over, Jayadilia. Really? You're welcome then, Dawu. Is it possible that someone will still appear in this video defeating the world champion? The audience in the real world may not be able to speak, but they couldn't help but laugh when they saw the message posted by Fengyuan champion Dou audience. How could it be? Mr. Dou is really good at joking. If he could defeat Mr. Dondi, he probably wouldn't have been born yet. It's estimated that the champion of the Dondi was already old when he was born. ADK. How could this be possible? Mr. Dondi has held on to the world championship for 3 years, and it is impossible for anyone to defeat him. Yulongdu, I can't say for sure. If it's Xiaoqi, there's still a possibility. Dondi. Xiaoqi. Yulongdu, that's right, he is just like Xiaozhi, a true trainer in Jinjin. Back then, his arch-rival Xiaolu defeated me and the 4 heavenly kings of Guandu, and even Xiaolu couldn't hold on to him for 5 minutes. For this, he also achieved the fastest 5-minute championship in Guandu Sharona. Why didn't Xiaoqi come to participate, the 8 masters of the Palace Gate Arena in the Gala region? Kaluna. Yes, I also want to know why you, the Flying King, came to participate. Yulongdu, what kind of flying heavenly king? Didn't you say champion? Kaluna. You were all knocked down, how did you become the champion? ADK. Alright, let's get to the point. I also want to know why this young man didn't come to participate. Yulongdu, I don't know either. Since he became the champion, he sincerely suppressed it for a few days and then handed over the championship position to me. I don't know where he went. He won the championship at the age of 15. Author. Bringing together some worlds, changing the age, otherwise the later writing would be a bit messy. World audience. How could it be possible to win at the age of 15? Is it really fake? Guandu Rocket Team Banmu stood up from the chair. Sakaki. Little Red. Apollo. Boss, calm down. Xiaoqi hasn't appeared in 2 years. Athena. Yes, that's right. Calm down, boss. Guandu audience. I remember, there was indeed this incident. Audience. It's actually true. Sharona. How could it be possible to win the championship at the age of 15? Jayadilia. Just like when Helena was only 18 years old, she won her first championship. Dondi. Xiaozhi. Fengyuan Ruby. Did you hear that? The person who won the championship at the age of 15 must be very strong, right? How about we go for a meeting? Cleovada. Roar, do you know where he is? Ruby. A voice interrupted everyone's discussion. 5 minutes have passed, the first video is now starting. Author. Newcomers writing novels for the first time, please take good care of them. We do not require monthly passes or rewards, only subscriptions. In Chapter 3, it was decided that it was you. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It's decided that it's you. First article, the screen lit up, and everyone's eyes turned to it. Inside the screen, a figure appeared in front of everyone. Chaoxiang Town Selena. It's him. Huazi. Xiaozhi, it's time to go to bed. Tomorrow, you also need to collect the new Pokémon. Don't be late. Xiaozhi. Got it, Mom. After reading it, go to sleep. In no time, Xiaozhi lying in bed was thinking about his first Pokémon. Xiaozhi. I'm looking forward to my first Pokémon. Who should I choose? Little Fire Dragon, it can evolve into a Spitfire Dragon. It seems that my brother Chi Hong used this Pokémon to win the championship. Johnny Turtle, Big Green Brother, seems to have fought with Water Arrow Turtle and Brother back and forth. Little Blue Sister chose Bulbasaur Seed. It's so uncomfortable, which one should I choose? So, while struggling, Xiaozhi fell asleep in a daze. The next day, due to the broken alarm clock, Xiaozhi successfully overslept. Chat groups. Kaluna. Is this so sudden? Xiaoxia. Even Lingbao Kameng is late. Xiaozhi. Are you really hopeless? Xiaozhi. What is it? Why do you want to play my previous videos? Xiao Mao. He's really a little intellectual disability. He can even be late to lead a newcomer, Bakmeng. That's why no one else is here. Xiaozhi. Stinky Fart Mao, what are you saying? Dr. Daiki. It seems that even past videos can be played. Yulong Du. Haha, Xiaozhi, you still need to keep working hard. Kona. Don't talk, continue watching the video on Mount Baiyin. Qihong. Ah, Xiaozhi, you still don't make people worry. Kingolf. Look at my Xiao Mao, he doesn't even bother people. Bailon. Huh, it seems like I need to go take care of Xiaozhi. After all, Xiaozhi's personality can easily suffer losses. Kingolf. Are you taking care of it? You're an old cow eating tender grass. Blue. Green, do you want to die? Kingolf. Cough, sorry for the mistake. Feng Wang on Tianqing Mountain watches Xiaozhi in the video. Feng Wang. This generation of rainbow warriors is quite interesting. Xiaozhi. It's over, it's over. I'm late, running quickly to Dr. Oki's research institute in my pajamas. Xiaozhi. Sorry for being late, Dr. Daimu. Do you still have Pokémon? Dr. Daiki. Ah. Xiaozhi, why did you come so late? Newcomer Pokémon have all been taken and played. Xiaozhi. Ah. Am I going on a hike to travel? Dr. Daiki. Pokémon, there is still one, but his personality is not very good. Xiaozhi. It's okay, as long as you have Pokémon, it's okay. Dr. Daiki took out a treasure ball with a lightning symbol and released the magical treasure inside. Dr. Daiki. Its name is Pikachu, and its personality is not very friendly. Do you want to? Xiaozhi. Got it, Pikachu. From today on, we will be partners. Pikachu. Pikachu, chew. 100,000 volts, Xiaozhi. Ah. Zilluona. It is indeed a Pikachu with only personality. Yi. So Dr. Damu, did you intentionally give Pikachu like Xiaozhi? Dr. Daiki. How could it be possible? Clearly it is, due to Pikachu's arrogance, the two were at odds, so Xiaozhi used a clothesline to lead Pikachu along the way. Xiaozhi. Pikachu, don't you like me? Pikachu. Pikachu, that's right, Xiaozhi squats down Xiaozhi. But I want to be friends with you and travel together. Pikachu. 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 Friend. Dreaming. After all, have you ever seen a friend holding it with a rope? This is clearly about wanting to be the master. Xiaozhi also seemed to understand Pikachu's meaning and untied the rope. Xiaozhi. Pikachu, let's be friends. Pikachu, seeing Xiaozhi, took the initiative to help him untie the rope, but his inner pride still did not admit that Xiaozhi was his trainer. Pikachu. Pick up, don't. Just as Xiaozhi was trying to establish a good relationship with Pikachu, a wave suddenly popped out of the grass. Xiaozhi. It's Bobo. It seems that the time has come for me to conquer Pokémon for the first time. Go ahead, Pokémon Ball. The Pokémon Ball hit Bobo perfectly, but due to Bobo's strong physical strength, he broke free from the ball. Xiaozhi. By the way, I remember Dr. Oki said that capturing Pokémon requires a battle. Then he turned his gaze to Pikachu. Pikachu, are you willing to help me? Pikachu. Pick up, don't, Xiaozhi. Aren't you willing to help me? Then I did it myself. Xiaozhi picked up a stone from the ground and threw it at Bobo. The stone flew over Bobo's head and hit Liechue's head in the grass. Angry Like looked at Pikachu next to Xiaozhi and flew into the air to pounce. Pikachu. Pikachu. Pikachu, what happened? Pikachu used his agility advantage to dodge the attack of the sparrow and fired an electric shock on the sparrow. Hunting sparrows were knocked up to the big tree, and 100 fierce sparrows were immediately startled. They turned their gaze to Xiaozhi and Pikachu. Feeling uneasy, Xiaozhi picked up Pikachu and ran towards the distance. Xiaozhi. Damn it. Hurry up, Pikachu, we will definitely be fine. Xiaozhi rushed all the way with Pikachu in his arms, but unfortunately, his speed still couldn't match that of Like. The fierce sparrows pounced on Xiaozhi, while Pikachu also flew backwards and launched a crazy attack on Pikachu under the leadership of the leader. In the blink of an eye, Pikachu had already been scarred in this situation. Most novice trainers are already scared and run away, throwing away their Pokémon. But Xiaozhi did not do so. Despite the fierce sparrow's attack, Pikachu was rescued. He ran with Pikachu all the way, crossing the forest and jumping down the waterfall. As the screen turns, Xiaoxia's fishing rod in her hand shakes violently while she is fishing in a certain river channel, and bubbles still appear in the water. Xiaoxia. A rare Pokémon has been hooked. In order to subdue the rare Pokémon, Xiaoxia made every effort to drag the giant creature out of the water, but the audience in the real world was stunned. Yulongdu, is this fake Xiaozhi? You see, Xiaojiang. Xiaoxia is really a violent woman. Xiaoxia. What did you say? Can you say it again? Xiaozhi. So what? The signal is not good here, are you right, Pikachu? Pikachu. Pikachu. What's it to me? Xiaoxia. You two, wait for me. When you come back, whether I can take care of you or not will be over. Xiaojiang. Xiaozhi, I feel sorry for you. For 3 seconds. Xiaoxia in the center of Pokémon clenched her fist forcefully, while Xiaojiang next to her was too scared to speak out. In the video, Xiaoxia looked at Xiaozhi's Pikachu with concern and said that she was seriously injured. Xiaozhi, thank you. With a loud bang, Xiaoxia slapped Xiaozhi on the face. Xiaoxia. How could you make it hurt so badly? It's your Pokémon. Xiaozhi looked at Pikachu in his arms and then at Xiaoxia, but couldn't help it. Like was soon catching up again. Xiaozhi. Sorry, I'll borrow your bicycle for now. Before Xiaoxia could finish speaking, she saw Xiaozhi rushing towards Changban City in the distance, grabbing her bicycle. Hurry up again. Pikachu held on to Joban City and was about to arrive. Playing in the arms of Ash, Pikachu struggled to open his eyes and looked at Ash. But at this moment, Xiaozhi looked back and saw that Like was about to arrive, and the weather had just been sunny, with wind and rain mixed in the blink of an eye. On rainy days, the road became increasingly slippery, and under the leadership of the leader of the fierce sparrow, they crazily attacked Xiaozhi's bicycle. Chapter 4. The future is becoming a Pokémon master. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. And the road ahead of Xiaozhi was a sharp bend. Finally, due to inertia, the bicycle slipped forward and fell to the ground, while the Pikachu in Xiaozhi's arms rolled forward for 3 meters and Xiaozhi's body was covered in scars and mud everywhere, and the situation was even worse than before. However, Xiaozhi didn't care about his physical condition and quickly ran towards Pikachu, because the next wave of attack from the fierce sparrow was about to arrive. Pikachu! Pikachu! Wake up! Under Xiaozhi's shout, Pikachu once again opened his heavy eyes. At that moment, it finally recognized the boy in front of it. Although it was the first time we met today, it wanted to use its pride to make it shrink back, but it protected it in the face of serious injuries. Finally, it recognized him. Pikachu. Pikachu, small, intelligent. At the same time, the chat group exploded with excitement. Xiaozhi. Xiaozhi, can you stop worrying about Mom? What would you do if something happened to me? Xiaozhi. Mom, but I'm fine now, that was before. Don't worry, I have no problem with Pikachu right now. Xiaozhi. That's what I said, but... Xiaoxia. Don't worry, Auntie. Xiaojiang and I will help you keep an eye on him. Xiaogang. That's right. Helona. But Xiaozhi's current situation is not optimistic. Xiao Mao. You guys like to do dangerous things. Buying Mountain Red. Fortunately, Xiaozhi didn't have anything wrong. Kingolf. Take a look at the blue, black and red emanating from all over your body. Crimson. Crimson. Bailon. Like, right. When I return to Jinshin town, I won't exhaust all of your hair, and even Xiaozhi hasn't come to see me since he went on a trip, secretly doing such dangerous things behind my back. Video continuation. Xiaozhi took out the Pokémon ball containing Pikachu from his pocket. Xiaozhi. Pikachu, I know you hate entering inside, as long as you go in, leave the rest to me. Pikachu. Pikachu, Pikachu, no, what will you do if I go in, Xiaozhi? But only in this way can you have a chance of being rescued, let alone the trouble I caused. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't have been hurt. Pikachu. Pikachu, Pikachu. I don't want it, I want to be with you. Everyone in the real world fell silent, and none of them expected that at such times, Xiaozhi would hand over the hope of life to Pikachu, but Pikachu would give up the hope of life. Facing this death with Xiaozhi. Dr. Daiki. Elves are not tools, they are companions, and they are the most important companions for their families. But most people just talk, but how many people can truly achieve it? ADK. I admit, at Xiaozhi's age, I couldn't do it. Number. Me too. Rocket Team Sakamoto. It's ridiculous. Elves themselves are tools. Apollo. That's right, there are plenty of roadside wild dogs like Pikachu. Lokia. Truly the sea warrior I have chosen, Chihong. Xiaozhi, you must be okay, right? Even the audience didn't expect that besides them, the young man named Xiaozhi was also being watched by divine beasts from other regions' audience. Xiaozhi won't die, will she? Who can save him in this situation? In the video, Xiaozhi ignored Pikachu and placed the Poké Ball at his feet, turning his head to face the group of fierce sparrows. Hello. Do you know who I am? I am Xiaozhi from Jinshin town, and I will become a master of Pokémon in the future. How could it possibly fall here? I won't lose to you guys. If anyone faces Xiaozhi's words without knowing it, they will definitely burst into laughter, even ridicule. But when they hear this sentence again, everyone will definitely not refute, or even believe it. Dondi. I admit, I don't have the mentality of Xiaozhi. He loves Pokémon very much, I can't match him Helona. He will definitely become a great trainer in the future, even far beyond me Yulongdu. I knew I didn't misread anyone Kaluna. His future must be very exciting Kanto Sakamoto. Although I don't want to admit it, I have to admit that he is better than me. In the video Xiaozhi is constantly procrastinating, while fighting for time for Pikachu. Xiaozhi, there's nothing I can do now. I can only beg Pikachu to quickly score the precious ball in my heart. A few minutes later, the leader of the flame bird couldn't control so much and enriched the other members to launch an attack on Xiaozhi. Pikachu moved and made a decision in his heart. He used all his strength to jump in front of Xiaozhi and wanted to face him together. Pikachu. A series of powerful thunderbolts rushed towards the group of fierce sparrows, and the thunderbolts dissipated, leaving only scattered fierce sparrows scattered everywhere. Chat groups Sharona. Although it's a bit unreal, I still want to say, is this really Pikachu? Shiba. This is probably only the lightning bird can emit, right? Lihua. We both have a competitive edge with Lei Gong. Chapter 5. Heroes of the Rainbow. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After the crisis was resolved, the originally cloudy weather disappeared with the disappearance of the thunder. One person and one mouse lay exhausted on the grass, looking at each other, unaware that a thread in their hearts was tightly binding them, and behind Xiaozhi was a dark mass. Everyone looked for a while before realizing it was a bicycle. Xiaoxia. Xiaozhi, my bicycle. Xiaozhi. That was an accident. Shiba. This is the true way to see the truth in adversity. Xiaojur. But that Pikachu is really shining. Feng Yuan Ruby. The relationship between Flame Chicken, Ash, and Pikachu is really great. Bayin Mountain Bailon. I was scared to death. I thought Xiaozhi was going to have an accident. Crimson. Kingolf. Sigh, stupid people have stupid blessings. Bailon. Can you say one more thing? If something happens to Xiaozhi, I will let you go down and bury him. Kingolf. Stop talking, Huazi. Xiaozhi, when can you make me worry-free? You scared me to death just now. Xiaozhi. Isn't it okay for me? Mom, don't worry. Juzi. Is the video not over yet? Question. Which Pokémon did Xiaozhi and Pikachu encounter after overcoming the crisis? A. Lightning Bird, B. Lei Gong, C. Phoenix King, D. Sparkling Sparrow, Jyadelia. Question. Just ask the parties directly. Xiaozhi, can you talk about it? Xiaozhi. It's the Phoenix King. Damalanki. Ah. Xiaozhi, are you not joking? Dr. Daiki. Cough, children don't understand. Don't talk nonsense. Xiaozhi's answer directly stunned the trainers in Chengdu and the Kanto region. Sharona. I think it should be the lightning bird. It could be the lightning bird coming to save the Sini Shu. Is there a possibility that it could be Lei Gong? The temper of lightning bird is not very good, compared to thunder god's temper, which is much better. Dao. Didn't anyone consider the sparkling sparrow? Don't say anything, the audience really think Mr. Dao is right. It's possible that he's really a shining big-mouthed sparrow. Start of quiz. Congratulations to Xiaozhi, Kaluna, and Day for their successful quiz. Sharona. Ah. Did it end before it even started? Yulongdu, your hand speed is really fast. Yi. Thank you very much for your praise. Kaluna. I don't know what reward there will be for answering correctly. Please choose your answer. 5 seconds later. Kaluna. I choose Lightning Bird. Yi. I choose Lei Gong. Xiaozhi. I choose Phoenix King. Congratulations to Xiaozhi for answering correctly. The reward will be sent later. Silence. The audience around the world has already fallen silent. Komatsu, who was far away from the bell tower, exclaimed in surprise. Phoenix King. How could it be the Phoenix King? Feng Wang hasn't appeared in 300 years, why would he appear in front of a new trainer? Why? Komatsu, who was eager to know the answer, looked at the screen in the sky. Sakaki of the rockets once again stood up. Sakaki. Why did this kid see the Phoenix King? Apollo. Does the boss need someone to keep an eye on him? Sakaki took a deep breath and said, no need, he doesn't pose a threat to us at the moment. Is there any news from Xiao Mao? Athena. There has been no news since Xiao Mao disappeared from the clear cliff. Sakaki. But I remember, at that time, there was a human beside Xiao Mao. Who was that? Kingolf. Little G, this luck. It's a bit against the sky. Red. Is it the Phoenix King? By Lon. I remember there was a book that said, you can get its blessings when you see the Phoenix King. Kingolf. It seems like it's really clear. Cliff. Xiao Mao. Xiaozhi. Long time no see. Video continuation. A red light in the distance accompanied by a rainbow flew towards Xiaozhi. That's it. Damalanki's voice trembled and he said, it's not wrong, Feng Wang. It's Feng Wang. Has Feng Wang finally started to believe in humans? Dr. Daimu was also stunned at this moment. He recalled what Xiaozhi had said. He had once met the Phoenix King, but at that time, he did not take Xiaozhi's words to heart, thinking that it was just a joke he had made. And now, the truth lies before him. Xiaozhi, he didn't lie. Dr. Daiki, it's not that he doesn't believe in Xiaozhi, but rather that the identity of Feng Wang is too special to Wu. Is there anything special about this elf? Komatsu. Let me explain it. 300 years ago, a human in Yuanzhou City unexpectedly learned that the holy ash produced by the Phoenix King had magical effects. He used some unknown means to obtain the assistance of the Phoenix King and even to some extent controlled his thoughts. The greed for the holy ash led to its abuse of the power of the Phoenix King. However, there is another existence in the Chengdu region that can constrain the power of the Phoenix King, which is Lokia. This human, in order to endlessly claim the Phoenix King, realized that he would eventually go against Lokia. Therefore, he launched a preemptive attack on Lokia. While Lokia was dealing with human disputes on the Vortex Islands, he directly ordered the Phoenix King to use divine flames to attack Lokia's bell tower. Until 3 days later, it rained heavily in Yuanzhou City, the fire extinguished, and the Phoenix King suddenly regretted his mistake. It hurriedly rushed to the bell tower, trying to make up for its mistake with the ashes on its body. But it found that most of the holy ash had been plundered by this human, and the remaining holy ash was only enough to rescue 3 elves. That is Yan Emperor, Shui Jun, and Lei Gong. But after experiencing this event, the Phoenix King and Lokia no longer believed in humans. Due to human greed, the Phoenix King has never appeared in front of anyone again to this day. After listening to Komatsu's explanation, everyone felt that their heads were a bit big. Yulong Dua. Is this the complete history? Do. I see Kaluna. Wait a minute, there's a bit of information. Do you mean that the Phoenix King has the ability to resurrect the dead? Dr. Daiki. That's right, Helona. And what about Lokia? Komatsu. Since the bell tower incident, Lokia has also lost trust in humanity and is unsure where he went. It is said that he has returned to the depths of the Whirlpool Islands. Damalanki. That's right. It's unbelievable that King Kefeng appeared in front of Xiaozhi on his first day of travel. Video continuation. Feng Wang flew over Xiaozhi's head, and under the gaze of Xiaozhi and Pikachu, a colorful feather fell from the air and slowly stopped in front of Xiaozhi, flying towards the distance. Xiaozhi. What is this? Xiaozhi took the feather and said to Pikachu, looking at the Phoenix King who had flown to the lower level. Xiaozhi. It looks like a very strong elf. Pikachu, one day we will also visit it. Pikachu. 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 I have already ignited it. Dr. Daiki. Did I read correctly? What is that feather? Komatsu. Rainbow feather. Helona. What is rainbow feather? Komatsu is speechless in the city of Yuanzhou. If the Phoenix King appeared because of Xiaozhi's kindness, then the appearance of this feather confirms the fact that Xiaozhi will become the hero of the rainbow Komatsu. There is a legend written like this. After the Phoenix King left, it did not disappoint humanity, but searched everywhere for people with pure souls. It made everyone believe in humanity, and those who were chosen by it will receive the feathers it bestowed. This feather will become a witness to the brave rainbow. Yulongdu, I knew I didn't see the wrong person. Dondi. Little intelligence is favored by the Phoenix King, which also indicates that the Phoenix King is willing to believe in humans. Kona. That's what I say, but how many people have sacrificed their lives for the elves? Juzi. The loss of the Phoenix King in the urban area has made it inconspicuous in other areas, indicating how tragic it is for a region to lose the protection of its gods. Reality. Dr. Daiki. Alas, once upon a time, would the Phoenix King, who was disappointed with humanity, return to the side of humanity? Damalanki. I believe in Xiaozhi. He is the future hero of the rainbow, and the Phoenix will definitely return to the side of humanity. Yulongdu, that's right. He's the boy I'm interested in. Helona. But if the Phoenix King comes back, will anyone still be a problem with it? Helona's words silenced everyone present. Baim Mountain Red. The brave of rainbows. Xiaozhi, it seems that you have unlimited potential in the future Kingolf. Crimson, your younger brother has been selected by the divine beast. What about you? Crimson. Chapter 6, Rainbow Feather. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. On Tianqing Mountain, Xiaozhi looked at the Phoenix King with starry eyes. Xiaozhi. I didn't expect that you, Phoenix King, could resurrect the lives of the deceased. How amazing. Are you right? Pikachu. Pikachu, pair. Feng Wang did not answer Xiaozhi's question, but silently looked at him, not knowing what was on his mind. Xiaozhi. But we won't lose. Next time we meet, Pikachu and I will definitely defeat you. Pikachu. Pick up. Feng Wang. It seems I overthought it. Alright, then you must work hard. As my rainbow warrior, I also wish you the speedy completion of your dreams. Xiaozhi. See you next time, Feng Wang. See you again next time, my best rainbow warrior and the best sea warrior. Xiaozhi took out the precious ball of the Spitfire Dragon from his pocket, and under the gaze of the Phoenix King, the Spitfire Dragon quickly carried Xiaozhi towards the distant Pokémon Center. Xiaoxia and Xiaojiang are speechless inside the Pokémon Center, neither of them expected it. Little Ji, who was traveling with them, was actually recognized as a brave warrior by the Phoenix King. It's decided that it's you. End of the previous article. The next live broadcast will be held tomorrow at December 2000, noon. The chat group will be closed within 5 minutes. Xiao Mao. I really envy you. Xiaozhi, you have become the hero of the rainbow. You really deserve to die. Xiaozhi Sharona. Is that all? Yulong Fairy. What about the second part? Didn't you put this doll on? Xiaoxia. Cough. How long do you still have to arrive, Xiaozhi? The ship has 1 hour left. Xiaozhi. It's coming soon, Komatsu. Xiaozhi, how long have you been to the city? I will wait for you at the bell tower in the urban area. Qi Hong. Xiaozhi, come to Baiying Mountain when you have time. Bailan, I want to tell you something. Read without sending a message. I don't know, just send a message. The champion suddenly exploded in flames. Yulong Fairy. Read. Are you on Baiying Mountain? Dondi. You are Red. I heard that you have strong abilities. Are you interested in fighting against me? Red. World Champion. 2 days later, Baiying Mountain. The audience in the real world heard that Emperor Dan was going to have a battle with Crimson, and they all discussed it one after another. Audience. Who would win between Dondi and Crimson? Audience. I haven't watched the Crimson battle, but I believe it must be the world champion Dondi who wins. After all, he has defended his world championship 3 times. Guandu audience. Who do you look down on? Even though it's Crimson, it's even more powerful. Rocket Team Sakaki. Crimson. Apollo. Boss, calm down. Crimson hasn't stopped our rockets for over 2 years. As long as we continue to develop, he will no longer be our opponent. Athena. Apollo was right. Calm down, boss. Xiaozhi. Brother Qi Hong is waiting for me, and I also want to go and see it. Kingolf. Xiaozhi, what do you say? You better not come and see it. Xiaozhi. Why? Kingolf. Brother Bailon. Yes. Why? Why can't Xiaozhi come? Kingolf. Cough, it's nothing. Xiaozhi. Are you also at Baiyin Mountain, Sister Bailon? Bailon. Yes, Xiaozhi, how long have you been here? Xiaozhi. The ship that just went to the city. Dr. Daiki. Wait a moment, Xiaozhi. Is that rainbow feather on you? Xiaozhi. What's wrong with me, Dr. Oki? Dr. Daiki. Can you lend me the opportunity to study when I return to Jinshin town? Xiaozhi. Of course you can. Komatsu. Cough, Dr. Omi, I advise you not to do that. Aju. In the legend of the city capital, there is an ancient text that goes on. The rainbow feather is taken by someone with a malicious heart, and the shadow leader will judge everything, including the rainbow warrior Red. Xiaozhi. Ah. Dr. Daiki. Well, then forget it. Xiaozhi, protect your feathers. Mikoli. It seems that the rainbow warrior is not easy to be, so I'll continue to hold my magnificent competition. Dou. What else can you do besides hosting a fancy competition? Michael. What are you saying? Dou, are you drifting? Sharona. We need to argue back. In reality, some people are planning to snatch Xiaozhi's rainbow feather. When they hear that the leader of the shadow will judge everything, they dispel this idea in their hearts. After all, no one wants to die. Sakaki. Is it the leader of the shadow? Interesting reward distribution. Congratulations to Xiaozhi for obtaining the electric ball. Wearing Pikachu increases all attributes by 25%. Xiaozhi was riding a flamethrower while flying and watching the chat group when suddenly a golden bead appeared in his hand. Electric current flashed through the bead from time to time, and Pikachu in his arms looked excitedly at the electrical bead in front of him. Xiaozhi. Pikachu, this is for you. It can enhance your strength. How about giving it a try? Pikachu touched the electrical bead with his hand, and the bead instantly integrated into its body. Xiaozhi looked at Pikachu with concern and said, How is Pikachu? Pikachu. Pikapi, Pikapi, I feel like my whole body is full of strength, I want to fight 10. After this reward is distributed, the whole world is not calm anymore. Audience. Ah, electrical beads increase Pikachu's full attributes by 25%. Is it really fake? Huayu. Isn't the electric ball designed for telecom Pokémon to enhance special attacks and attacks? How can this electrical bead increase its full attributes by 25%? Time has passed, chat group closed. Before the audience could react, the screen in the sky disappeared. Just like never before. Shinao. Dr. Daiki. What exactly is this? Helona. I'm not sure, as long as it's not an enemy, it's okay. Yulongdu. I will set off to the city now. Xiaozhi is known as the hero of the rainbow, and the whole world knows about it. I am worried that some unscrupulous people may take action against Xiaozhi. Damalanki. Go quickly. Don't let Xiaozhi get into trouble. Dondi. Wait for me, I'll join you too. Before we fight against Crimson, I also want to meet this interesting young man Dawu. And me. Zyrona. Then I will temporarily stay in Shinao and handle the matter before going. Kanto Rocket Team Apollo. Boss, do you think we should send someone to monitor? Sakaki. The champions of the Kanto League are probably already taking action. Alright, let those 3 guys keep an eye on it. Athena. Yes, Boss Lokia, who finished watching the video in the depths of the Whirlpool Islands. Lokia, clergy. Xiaozhi, your soul is still so clear. Phoenix King, the hero you have chosen is really good. Chapter 7. Blow the Wind of the Beginning. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. The next day, Xiaozhi and his companions who arrived in the urban area were particularly eye-catching. Xiaozhi's identity as the hero of the rainbow can be said to be unknown to everyone in the urban area. On the plane to the city capital Yulongdu, it's almost December 2000, noon now. Why hasn't the screen appeared yet? Kaluna. Did you not check the time? This is only 11:40 Dondi. Can you tell me in detail about the matter of Crimson? Do. I'm also quite interested in it. Yulong Ferry. Crimson. He and Xiaozhi both come from Jinshin town. Yesterday, Xiaozhi in the chat group called Qihong brother. They should be brothers, and I don't know much about Qihong's personality. I only know that he doesn't like to get along with people very much. In addition, he has a strong rival called Kingolf. The champion who topped the Green and Green Championship back then only became the champion for 5 minutes in the hands of Red Kaluna. 5 minutes. De Wu. Although I don't want to laugh, I really can't hold back. 5 minutes. Yulongdu, don't be too happy too early. Back then, Kona and Shiba didn't even fight one of his Pokémon in Crimson's hands, so I reluctantly took away one of his Spitfire dragons. I guess I can't even fight one of his Spitfire dragons now. His strength is really too strong. De Wu. Ping Tue, this Dondi. Then I'm a bit excited. Dr. Daiki. The character of Crimson is indeed difficult to understand, but the two of them, Crimson and Green, grew up together from a young age, and the only one who can understand each other is each other. Dr. Oki not only recalled memories of his childhood, but also Shirabi, Yuki, and the young man with Pikachu. Dr. Daiki. Rainbow Hero. Xiaozhi, what is your future really like? Baiyin Mountain. A young girl sat in front of Qihong, chatting with her. Kingolf. When will this guy be able to open his mind? Xiao Huang has come knocking on her door. He is still like a piece of wood. Bailan. Are you okay to say that? I haven't seen you look for it either. Kingolf. That's what I don't want to find. If I want to search, I can find it in a day. Besides, don't you also haven't found it? Bailan. I have Xiaozhi, what else are you looking for? Staring at the azure blue with a green and speechless expression. Fortunately, it means there is a little intelligence. Do you see how Xiaozhi was bullied by you when she was a child? No wonder Xiaozhi doesn't dare to come find you. Bailan. Have you been drifting these days? Don't beat you up, you don't know your surname. Kingolf. Are you still reasonable? Within Rui Town, Xiaozhi, who had just come out of Dr. Nike's research institute, excitedly shouted, I'm here for the Silver Conference. Xiaoxia. Alright. Can you be a little more mature, the brave rainbow? Xiao Jiang. Xiaozhi, should we go to Brother Crimson's place first or challenge the Taoist temple first? Xiaozhi. Xiao Gang, is by Gang Mountain far away? Xiao Gang. It's quite far. The road to the championship is on Mount Baiyin. Xiaozhi. Ah. It's a pity, I can't see the match between Brother Crimson and the champion anymore. Let's first challenge the Taoist temple. Xiaoxia. Let's take it step by step. When you become stronger, it's not too late to face off against the champion. 12 o'clock. The screen in the sky appeared again, attracting everyone's attention and making them curious about the video content. This time chat group. Xiaozhi. Brother Crimson, I may not be able to come to Baiyin Mountain anymore. Red. What's wrong? What's going on? Xiaozhi. It's too far, 2 days won't even make it. By lawn. It's okay, Xiaozhi. I came to find you. By the way, where are you now? Xiaozhi. We are now preparing to go to Kikyu City. Miss Bailan, if you want to come over, we will wait for you in Kikyu City Bailan. Don't run, Xiaozhi Kingolf. Cough, Xiaozhi. Come back alive. Red. Xiaozhi. ASU. Rainbow Hero is coming to challenge my Taoist temple. Then I need to show my true strength to deal with it. Shiba. Ah. Video inventory. Sea Warriors, author. Sorry readers, the author himself has not been in a state these days and his writing is a bit sloppy. This book will not stop updating or ghostwriting, the author should adjust the status as soon as possible. Chapter 8 Everyone. The Joker turns out to be us. You are listening at novelfull.audio. De Wu. A Sea Warrior. Pear Blossom. It's Lokia. It's the sea god of our city, Lokia. Lian Wu. Lokia. Is it Lokia, as you mentioned before, who is on par with the Phoenix King? Kiono. After the appearance of the Rainbow Hero, has the Sea Hero also appeared? Yulongdu. Ha ha ha, God bless our Guandu and Chengdu. The future area is the final say between our Guandu and Chengdu. Kaluna. To be honest, I really want to give this flying champion a kick on the plane now. Chishu. But I'm curious who this sea warrior is. Will the future become Xiaozhi's companion? Pear Blossom. Definitely, the person chosen by Lokia. Lokia will bestow the silver feather, which is on par with the rainbow feather. Damalanki. That's right. Strictly speaking, rainbow warriors and sea warriors have a higher status than champions or even higher. There is no doubt about this. Yulongdu, so the championship I have worked hard to win is even lower than Xiaozhi's. Kaluna. Haha do, now I have some poems to describe you Yulong Fairy. What poem? Kaluna. Standing up in shock from dying illness, the clown is actually yourself, ahaha. On the plane, Yulongdu had already wanted to curse, but he couldn't fight and could only become impotent and furious. Sharona. The amount of information is a bit high. Wait for me to take a bite of ice cream to relieve some stress Jayadilia. Hahaha, Julan, it's so interesting Helona. Jayadilia, be serious and don't let me go over and spank you now. At this moment, the most excited audience is the Guandu and Chengdu regions. There are many cheers in some hotels distribute the flyers and all purchases tonight will be free of charge. Celebrate the Rainbow Heroes and the Sea Heroes. Xiaoxia and Xiaojiang, who were in the suburbs, looked at Xiaozhi who had just tamed the chrysanthemum leaf. They didn't know about the Rainbow Warrior before, but the Sea Warriors knew that Xiaozhi had passed the test of Lokia in the Orange Islands and became a recognized Sea Warrior by Lokia. Lokia also gave a silver feather. Although I don't know what its purpose is, it's something divine. What are you looking at me for? Is there anything wrong with me taking in the chrysanthemum leaves? Xiaozhi looked at Xiaoxia and Xiaojiang with a puzzled expression on his face. Xiaoxia. Xiaozhi, would you like to take a look at the chat group? Xiaozhi. Yes, Xiaoxia. I forgot even if you didn't say it. Xiaoxia said in silence, how could I think of traveling with you? Excitedly looking at the sky screen in the chat group. Damalanki. What about the video? Why haven't we started yet? I can't help it anymore. Yulong Fairy. The previous Rainbow Warrior was only broadcasted halfway, but this time the Sea Warrior hopes to be fully broadcasted. Xiaozhi. Lokia gave me a silver feather, am I a Sea Warrior? Red. Dr. Daiki. Damalanki. Yulong Fairy. Xiao Mao. The whole world looked at the message sent by Xiaozhi with a bewildered expression. Has Xiaozhi ever seen Lokia? Lokia also gave away the silver feather of Xiaozhi as a gift at this moment. Many trainers in the Orange Islands remembered that the person who was angry with the 3 holy birds of Pingxi before seemed to be really clever. But unfortunately, my strength is too low to speak in the chat group. Dr. Daiki. Don't talk nonsense, Xiaozhi. How could someone carry the identities of 2 brave warriors on their body? Damalanki. That's right, Dao. Xiaozhi, it's not that we don't believe you, but this matter is indeed too abrupt. Xiaoxia. Xiaozhi is indeed the sea warrior chosen by Lokia. In the depths of the Whirlpool Archipelago, Lokia, who was resting, looked at the people who were slandering Xiaozhi and suddenly lost even the heart to rest. Lokia. Xiaozhi is the sea warrior I have chosen. Do you have any reason to slander him? Indeed, humans are still as selfish as before. Why wouldn't a kind person be chosen by other gods? Think it over. The spokesperson for the news fell silent when everyone around the world saw it, and the champions on the plane who were about to speak also stopped. And other gods only looked at it and didn't speak up. Kaluna. This is Lokia. Lokia is also in the chat group. Kona. Do you think there's a possibility that this could be anonymous? Ziluona. I don't think so. Since the emergence of this chat group, the names we speak under are ourselves. It seems that this chat group is not only about humans, but also about gods. Huayu. Just now, Lokia spoke up and admitted that Xiaozhi is a sea warrior. Dr. Daiki. Well, this is quite sudden. Damalanki. I'm sorry, Xiaozhi. I apologize for my previous statement. ADK. Am I the only one who always believes in this little wit? Yulongdu. Who said that? And I. Kaluna. You can just talk about it. I've seen it all. You're all typing. Mikoli. There's a poem that describes it quite well. When you're dying and sick, you sit up in shock. The clown is actually yourself. Kaluna. The one upstairs is infringing. Pay the copyright fee. Thank you everyone in the world. Turns out, we are the real clowns, Orange Islands. What's our business? We don't have the ability to speak, Xiaozhi. It's okay, even if you don't believe it, the video should still help me testify. Xiao Mao. You guy, why is your luck always so good? Xiaozhi. Who called you this stinky asshole, Mao? Travel is all about driving. Xiaozhi. Lokia, thank you for testifying for me just now. How have you been lately? Lokia. It's great, but if there is any danger during Xiaozhi's trip, please contact me with the silver feather. I will definitely arrive as soon as possible. Xiaozhi. Okay. The world watched with envy as Xiaozhi and Luo Chia spoke. Phone Wang. What does it mean, Lokia? Why can't Xiaozhi contact me? However, Phone Wang's speech once again shattered the silent audience. Kamatsu. Damalanki. Dr. Daiki. Kingolf. Red. Sakaki. Interesting. Damalanki, who was still in the divine realm, trembled as he looked at the chat group, but tears from the corners of his eyes couldn't be hidden. For a long time, he held a trial mentality. Damalanki. Phone Wang, are you willing to return to the human world once again? And all that awaited him was silence. Yulongdu. Don't worry, President. With Xiaozhi, the Phoenix King will definitely come back in the future. Xiaoxia. Look, Xiaozhi, I don't even want to talk about you anymore. With the protection of the 2 gods, why is your luck so good? Xiao Gang. To be honest, I'm quite envious. At this moment, Xiao Mao, who was traveling in the city, was thinking about whether to follow Xiaozhi's advice or not. Go hiking. Chapter 9. Witches. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Video start. The scene unfolds, revealing a familiar figure in front of people. A little witch. Xiaozhi and his team arrived at the Orange Islands on a cruise ship, where they will embark on a new adventure. Meanwhile, an aerial fortress was advancing, and inside the fortress, a villainous man was deciphering a monument. His name is Jill Luther, but he seems to be planning something wrong. I don't know if it's my illusion. I always feel like this doesn't seem like a good person, a Jew. No need to feel it, my intuition tells me he is a villain. Dr. Oki. If I'm not mistaken, his goal should be the 3 holy birds of the Orange Islands, but those 3 holy birds of the Orange Islands hold religious positions. Is he not afraid of causing public anger? Yulong-du Jill Lu, isn't it? Wait for me to return to the urban area and see if I can't find you. Xiaozhi. Ah. But isn't Jilu too imprisoned? Kaluna. Everyone, please take a look. There is a clown here. When the gods of ice, thunder, and fire simultaneously destroy the world, only the sea god can fight against them. The sea god only appears to save destruction, but it cannot save destruction. Only with the appearance of an excellent controller can the anger of the gods be quelled. And Galotha, who had access to information about the sea god, decided to use the 3 holy birds to lure out the sea god Lokia. So they frantically threw cryobombs at the island of Asia, attempting to lure out the flame bird by destroying the terrain. But obviously, his plan was very successful. When the flame bird appeared, he used a catch net to capture it, and then he locked the target towards the lightning bird, and with the change of the weather, it also triggered an unusually sudden storm, which spread throughout the Guandu area. After a while, snowflakes again floated in the sky due to the strong wind. Xiaozhi and others were forced to go ashore. However, a group of indigenous people from afar walked towards Xiaozhi and his companions. But fortunately, Flora, dressed as a native, recognized Xiao Mao among her teammates. They chatted for a while before everyone found out that they were only wearing priestly attire to attend the ceremony. When Xiao Mao introduced Xiaozhi as a Pokémon trainer, it caused a commotion among the crowd. An old man took off his mask and said, "Xiaozhi is the controller who appears with the sea god." Ah. In the future, there will be doubts outside the screen. Yulong-du know, how did he know? Does anyone have an answer? Sharona. Isn't the Orange Islands an area under your jurisdiction? You don't even know this, how do we know? Kona. Clown crossing Dr. Oki. If I'm not mistaken, they should be worshipping the sea god Lokia, and that Flora should be a witch. Audience. I don't understand, but I was greatly shocked, and then the old man said, "This is tradition, this is tradition." Don't be too nervous. Flora next to her also agreed and then kissed Xiaozhi, leaving Xiaoxia stunned. Selena. Ah. No, what about me? Blue. Xiaoxia. Isn't that my expression? What is Xiaozhi's relationship with me? Yulong-du well behaved, if I remember correctly, they should be meeting for the first time, right? Is Xiaozhi's charm so great? Xiaojiang. Humans don't know, but the charm of Pokémon is indeed quite great. Just take the chrysanthemum leaves that were just collected this morning and they are still on Xiaozhi's body, not coming down. Shiba. So, Xiaozhi still likes Pokémon so much. Dondi. Did I feel wrong? I always feel like there's something wrong with what you said. But then Xiaoxia became hostile towards Flora, even staring at her tightly during meals. Xiaoxia. No, it won't happen. If it goes on like this, it will expose the truth. But then Flora changed into a witch's costume, as if she had changed into a different person. She told the story of the sea god and the controller on stage, but then asked Xiaozhi to prove that she was the controller. The task was to retrieve 3 treasures from 3 nearby islands, but Xiaozhi, who was willing to help others, agreed with great enthusiasm. I completely didn't notice Xiaoxia behind me. Full of jealousy, immediately, they headed towards the nearby island of Fire Island, but Pikachu took Xiaozhi's hat from the side. Xiaozhi and Xiao Mao followed Pikachu with a puzzled expression on their faces. The accompanying rainstorm on the ship also made Flora worried about Xiaozhi's safety. Take Xiaoxia and Xiaojian along. But what they didn't notice was that the rockets were also on board the ship Sakamoto. Why are those three also here? Apollo. What are these three little rascals doing? Athena. I really did. Xiaozhi. Ah. Kojiro, Musashi. Kojiro. Little devil, please wait a moment, Pikachu. We will definitely get it, Musashi. And your other Pokémon Yulongdu, your rocket team has been quite aggressive lately. Is it because there is no one in our Guandu area? Xiaoxia. It's okay, Mr. Du Xiaojilang and his team are just living treasures. Although they are the rockets, they are kind-hearted. Helona. The first time I heard that the villain is a good person. Musashi. Hey, little girl, don't talk nonsense. We are a rocket team that does nothing wrong, and we have no kindness or anything like that. And the three members of the rocket team, who were selling juice in Kikyo City, couldn't sit still, Kojiro. What kind of thing? If it weren't for insufficient funds, Pikachu would have caught it today. Meow meow. Yes, meow meow, make sure they look good next time we meet. Customer. When will the juice be good? Musashi. Here it is, it will be ready soon. Chapter 10 Pikachu. Acting. How could it be? You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Back to the video. On the other side, Galuda noticed that the lightning bird was moving rapidly towards the Fire Island, and then changed its direction towards the Fire Island. It can be imagined that Fire Island is not peaceful tonight. Dr. Nike, Dr. Xiaojiang, Dr. Daiki, and Huazi also observed the unusual weather changes on the other side. Xiaozhi and Xiao Mao were on the safe side after landing on the island, but Pikachu became even more agitated after landing. After discussing with Xiaozhi and Xiao Mao, it was decided that Xiao Mao would guard the ship, while Xiaozhi followed Pikachu's footsteps. Similarly, on the other side, Flora, Xiaoxia, and Xiaojian also landed safely, and even their small boat turned into a sailboat sailing up the wind. Yulongdu, what kind of ship is that? How many times have I taken a boat, but it's not as high. End. Can we still drive on land? Sharona. Aren't you taking a cruise ship? When did you take the boat? Yulongdu, well said, it makes sense. In the video, Pikachu and Xiaozhi arrived at the location of the treasure, which was a ball flickering with flames. Ma Zhisher. Considering the arrest of the flame bird, is this not one of the three treasures of the flame bird? Nazi. It should be, but why is the lightning bird coming to the flame bird's place? Do you know, Xiaozhi? Xiaozhi. Ah. Sorry about that. I can't quite remember. Xiao Mao. It's truly a little intellectual disability. It's rare to forget such an important thing. I don't know how you were chosen as a hero by the Phoenix King and Lokia. Originally, Xiao Mao was a bit jealous of Xiaozhi, but now he finally has the opportunity to mock him. But to my surprise, he almost burst out the next second. Xiaozhi. I have the identity of a hero. What do you have, Xiao Mao? Is it a car? Xiao Mao. Xiaozhi, please wait for me. Look at me at the Silver Conference, whether I will abuse you or not will be over. Xiaozhi. Who is afraid of who? Let's hurt each other blue. It has to be said that back then, red and green were also different from you. Mutual dissatisfaction but mutual concern for each other. Kingolf. Ah. Blue, please make it clear. Who has a good relationship with him? It's clearly not pleasing to the eye. Crimson. Don't say anything, he's just messing around with me, I want to hit him. Kingolf. What about Xiao Huang? Why didn't you mention her? Xiao Huang. Ah. Huazi. Xiao Huang, right. How long have you been lying down in Jinshin town? My mother-in-law cooks for you, and when she comes back, she also brings back Crimson. Don't worry, if he bullies you, tell my mother.in.law and she will help you teach him a lesson. Before, Huazi in Jinshin town was in a hurry to help Qihong find her future daughter.in.law, but someone came to give her a pillow when she was dozing off. It seems that this child named Xiao Huang likes Qihong, so now it's just Xiaozhi's fault. However, Bailan has always liked Xiaozhi since childhood, so it's not a big problem. And that person named Xiaoxia is also quite good. For Huazi, having more daughter.in.law is also good. After all, Xiao Mao also has many girlfriends, and his own Xiaozhi can't lose either. Moreover, the law in this world does not state that one cannot marry multiple wives to Yi. So easy to get. Is there no such thing as a mechanism? Telegram. Yi gives you the courage to go and get something from the flame bird, dare you? Yi. I dare not. I understand. What you mean is that this treasure was previously guarded by my flame bird, and now that the flame bird is no longer there, it's not a problem for Xiaozhi to easily obtain it. Telegram. I thought your head was kicked by a donkey, but in the video, the appearance of the rockets surprised everyone again, but the sailboat behind them collided with the 3 members of the rockets. But before the 3 members of the rockets and Xiaozhi could start fighting, the lightning bird flew over with the thunderbolt and launched an attack on the humans present. But Pikachu, who was hit by lightning, gave a performance directly to a large audience. Yulong-du, good boy, what's the situation? Pikachu, are you like lightning birds? Did you fall down so easily? Shiba. Take a look at this lightning bird with a priesthood. Even if Pikachu of Xiaozhi has power comparable to lightning birds, the problem is that having a priesthood is even stronger. Kaluna. Something's wrong, something's wrong. Take a closer look. Pikachu, the little rabbit, was hit by lightning and did not lose his combat ability. Instead, he lay down directly. What does this mean? This indicates that Pikachu is acting, performing openly. Sharona. With that, I seem to have noticed too. There is indeed a slight abnormality. Huayu. So, Xiaozhi and the others can't see it. In reality, Pikachu. It's over, how did it get exposed? Xiaozhi won't doubt it. Xiaozhi looked at it repeatedly but didn't find any problems. Xiaozhi. Pikachu, did you say they were mistaken? How could you still have combat ability even if you were lying down at that time? Pikachu. Pikachu. Pick up. Pikachu. Nanny. That's right. I just lost my combat ability. Pikachu crawled onto Xiaozhi's arm and said in shock, Pikachu. Good and dangerous.